Hello once again. This is Mike, and I am here today to provide a very relaxing guided meditation for very easily connecting to your higher self. In this meditation, I want to speak about an idea that's spoke about in the Bible. But I want to speak about it in a way that's translated for connecting to your higher self in a non-dogmatic type of way. And we're going to begin this by simply just feeling how easy it is to relax into your breath. Just allow slow, deep breaths to just take control of your thoughts and feelings, and just feel how safe you feel whenever you take full deep breaths into your heart center. And allow those full deep breaths to feel like you are breathing in white golden light. Imagine the sun on a clear day. Imagine that brightness that causes you to squint or turn away or make shade with your hand. And imagine that brightness, and imagine that heat. And imagine just your love for the sun as the source of all life on earth. And imagine that infinite source of light and life and power as a point of light in your own heart. And allow your breath to be rooted into that point of light. And just feel that radiant sense of presence within you, because that is your higher self. And that is what this meditation is all about allowing your higher self to breathe as you, allowing your higher self to be you, because it's not hard. And so as we're resting in that solar Christ presence of the heart center, that's just blazing and expanding out in a sphere all around you, I want to speak about a verse in the Bible. I'm not sure what where it's at, or I'm not even sure if this is the exact the right wording of it. But I want to talk about the phrase, "All things are possible through Christ who strengthens me." And I want to talk about this from this sense of completion and wholeness and unity that we're all sharing right now in this collective energy field of unity with our Christ selves. Traditionally in the Bible, that verse or that phrase is about having a sense of faith in something that's outside of you, and being able to have faith in something that's bigger than you when you feel like you're just a separate poor little me struggling to survive in the world. All things are possible through Christ who strengthens me. I want to transform this verse from the Bible into just a living reality through this meditation, where we transform that idea of Christ as a divine figure outside of us, that's above us, and in this unattainable state that no one else can reach. How disempowering is that? That's so disempowering. So instead, let's talk about this verse in a new way, from this incredible solar Christ self-centeredness within us right now. That sense of wholeness and completion and perfect, just abiding, unquestionable, unconditional self-love. So let's transform that idea into all things are possible through Christ consciousness who strengthens me. Now we are transforming that into a way that we can connect to a universal energy field that everyone has access to. Christ consciousness is a collective energy field that is shared by every person, even if they're not aware of it. And it's like this holographic matrix where everyone shares one supreme shared divine self, like the I Am presence, unified in all of humanity. But also, everyone has an individualized divine self, which I like to think of as the Christ self. And everyone is individualized aspect of God, an individualized aspect of the Creator, and yet all of those individualized aspects reconverge as one great I Am self. And so whenever you say, all things are possible through Christ consciousness who strengthens me, you're liberating yourself from that idea of being separate from the universe, separate from the Creator, separate from the world and everyone around you. And you're saying that you don't have to try to figure this out on your own, which is the faith aspect of the old interpretation. But you're placing faith in yourself, your Christ self, the you that exists outside of space and time, form and change. And it's so easy to connect to that. It's the solar Christ center in the heart, which we're already connected in right now through this guided meditation. It's so simple. It really is. It's just so simple. And whenever you connect to that Christ consciousness where all things are possible, that instantly liberates your waking your conscious mind, so that you feel like you are completely brand new, like every moment is a new beginning. And this is done because you're placing your identity in that Christ self, that collective divine consciousness that everyone shares. By aligning your mind to it, saying you're worthy of it, it's what you are, even if you don't feel like it. And when you do that, you uproot your consciousness out of defining yourself through your circumstances, your thoughts, your feelings, your ideas, your worries, fears about what's wrong in your life, what you're doing wrong, all of those creations in your life, which is usually just shared ideas in the collective mind of humanity. All things are possible through Christ consciousness who strengthens me. You're uprooting your energy from defining yourself through all those fearful creations, and instead you're replanting your consciousness into your faith that you are a divine being, a creation of the universe. You are perfect the way you are. You don't have to prove anything. You don't have to prove anything. You're already there. And that's where the statement, "Behold, I make all things new," which I don't know if that's from the Bible. It might be. I know it from Paul Selig's books, which I adore. But whenever you are rooted in your Christ consciousness, you know that all is possible and all is new. And that consciousness just announces with every breath you take, "Behold, I make all things new." Whenever you define yourself by your breath and your consciousness in the moment, there's an incredible sense of just, this is everything. I am everything. And it's not this mental, striving or overly masculine trying hard to not have thoughts, because that's a crazy idea. I've done that. It's all about balancing with the feminine, self-love, nurturing, and honoring the divinity of creation, not as something to push away, but to celebrate. So it's kind of like whenever you feel that powerful sense of, "Behold, I make all things new," that's like a very masculine energy of just, liberation from any type of creation, just infinite potential. But that's only half of the magical equation of the universe. The feminine aspect of nurturing, of receptivity, of expression and creation, that infinite consciousness has to take form in order for it to be properly glorified and celebrated as divine. Because if it's just an intention or a thought in the mind of the Divine Father, then if it cannot take form, then that infinite consciousness can't experience itself through that creation. And so all things are possible through your Christ self, who strengthens you, your earthly self. And when you and your Christ self are aligned and feel whole and complete and unified, behold, all that has been made new as you have been made new. And so it's my highest prayer that this transmission has helped to amplify and anchor and expand and just help to nurture and germinate that solar Christ presence star within your heart that's always there. It's always there. And we consciously align to it very easily by aligning to feminine energy of being nurturing and kind and compassionate to whatever emotions we feel, and also the masculine energy of, "Behold, I make all things new," which is liberation from ideas, liberation from planting your consciousness in creations. And it's all about the balance of the masculine and the feminine, because that's what Christ consciousness is. The masculine and the feminine, where the masculine is actually the feminine, and the feminine is actually the masculine. The real magic of Christ consciousness is whenever you realize that the feminine is the seed of the masculine, and the masculine is the seed of the feminine. It's like the most unimaginably beautiful chicken or the egg predicament that you could possibly imagine. except it's the very magic that manifests the universe and just upholds all of the glories and temples of the incredible creation that is the divinity of our soul. And so I'm going to bring the meditation to an end now. And it's my prayer that this solar Christ presence within you may be integrated into your physical body, into your waking mental state, into your emotions, into your cellular body, into every organ system, every particle of your physical body, into your DNA, that it may be reborn from dense carbon into crystalline light. And may this light that I know that you are, that we are, go forward with you in all that you do. And may you know and feel how whole and complete and magical and infinitely powerful and eternal and divine you already are. And may that infinite power be free to step into the physical earth as you, as your courage, as your invincibility, as your knowing of who you are. And may you bring that into the world so you can help others realize the same, that we are all perfect creations of the Most High. And with that, I thank you so much for listening. This has been Mike with Creation Creator. And I will see you soon. With all my love, goodbye.